Welcome to the RECON Trader. In today's video, I will share with you a new indicator that I've been working on to help identify possible counterattack trades. And that would be my RECON counterattack indicator. So let's jump right over to the charts and take a look at how this indicator operates. And so we will start over here on the BTC USDT perpetual contracts. We're looking at the 5-minute candles on Bybit. And as you can see, the indicator does plot buy and sell alerts on the chart. Now these are alerts, and as such you shouldn't just blindly jump into a trade without doing a little bit of your own technical analysis. Right now my RECON counterattack indicator is just that. It's an indicator. I'm working on switching it over into a strategy, but for right now it is purely an indicator, so you need to do your own RECON before you would actually enter a trade using this indicator. In addition to the default settings on this indicator are going to work best for my trading strategy and my risk tolerance, which is more than likely very different from your risk tolerance. But you can adjust these settings by clicking on the cog over here, and you can select a different moving average type. Right now the HMA, or the whole moving average, seems to be performing the best as far as the backtesting I've done so far. On the 5-minute chart, the moving average length of 15 seems to weed out a lot of false alerts, and the source is close, as is the case in almost all of my strategies. Now, this strategy isn't a simple moving average strategy. It also incorporates RSI as a confirmation of momentum. And so in this case, we're looking for overbought or oversold levels to confirm the possibility of a counterattack. And right now the RSI length is set to 9. That's my default length. The industry default is 14. The RSI overbought level is 70, and the RSI oversold level is 30, with the source again being closed. Now 70 and 30 are typically considered the industry norm. A lot of crypto traders go 80-20. In this particular case, with this particular moving average, I have found these settings to have been dialed in on the 5-minute chart for BTC USDT. Now, if I were to switch from BTC to ETH, then I might have to make some adjustments. But right now we're looking at BTC USDT. And so with that all being said, we'll quickly back test a few of these trades. In this case, you can see the sell order is clearly going to be a winner. If you had your stop loss back here around the top of the move, then you're looking at 0.23%, call it 0.25, or if you went to the top of the candles, you'd be looking at 0.38. Now that doesn't sound like a big percentage, but I typically trade with 10x leverage, so this would be a 2.5% profit, or in this case almost a 4% profit if I went at the top of the candles with 10x leverage. I do not recommend, if you're an FNG to trading, especially day trading, don't use that high of leverage. That high of leverage is extremely risky and should only be used by elite traders. So with that in mind, if I were to take this trade with a 0.38 as my stop loss, again 10x leverage, that's going to be a 3.8% stop loss. You can see it doesn't take too long for the profit to be hit. On this candle over here, we hit 0.38 almost at the close of this candle here, and so this one would be a winner. Now, I am using this for scalping purposes on a 5-minute chart. So I'm really looking to get in and out, so I don't try to capture the full move and try to be a hero and claim to have got the entire move. You could use these alerts for that purpose to try to get in and out at bottoms and tops. You could, for instance, on this buy alert back here, enter and exit on this sell alert, which would put you towards the top of that move. Same thing with this buy alert down here. If you entered here, you would have got out on the sell alert here. you would have captured this entire move. And in that case, that would have been one heck of a move. You would have captured around 2.5%, or with leverage around 25%. Now again, for my purposes, I'm scalping, so I'm going to put my stop loss more than likely down towards the bottom of these candles, which would be a 0.3%. And so again, with 10x leverage, that'd be 3% profit. And you can see it doesn't take any time whatsoever for us to hit that 3% profit. And we were never at risk of being stopped out. And that would have been the same on this position here. Now this sell signal would be a loser for my purposes of scalping. However, if you got in here, you would have got out down here if you were going off of sell and buy for your entry. However, for me, if I'm scalping, this one would be counted as a loser. I would have my stop loss back up here around that 0.3 or 3%. So I need 0.3% for profit. Never gets close to 0.3% profit before getting stopped out back, I believe, on this wick here. So for my purposes, this trade would be a loser. However, again, if you're just purely going off of entry exits on the buy and sell alerts, you can see this one truly would have eventually rolled over and been a nice profit for you. Now, moving on to the next alert, that would be this buy alert down here at the bottom of the left-hand side of the screen. And so I would place my stop loss back down around the bottom of these candles. However, for a minimum, I need 1.5% to get involved. So I would probably tick that up to 1.5%, even though the wick is at 1.3. And again, 1.5 is because of the 10x leverage. Technically, it's a 0.5, but with that 10x leverage, I'm looking at 1.5% profit. And you can see, never at risk of getting stopped out. And it doesn't take long to hit profit back. I think on the wick of this candle here, we get our 1.5%. So again, I'm scalping, so I'm looking to get in and out quick. So right there, we have 4 different trades, 3 winners, 1 loser. Let's take a look at a few more trades. Now, what I like about this strategy, see this chop through the middle of the screen here? I'm not getting chopped up throughout that time frame when this price action is basically flat and not doing anything. Now, the next alert will be a sell alert, and as you can see, that one's going to be a winner because the price does eventually roll over. So at the top of these candles, 0.2, call it 0.25. Again, never at risk of getting stopped out, and we hit our profit down somewhere in this area here. So another winner. This one obviously is a loser. We don't even have to get out this ruler because the price immediately reverses on us, and so there is a loser. Now moving on, we get a couple more opportunities. We get another winner on this. It's fairly obvious just by eyeballing that the price rolls over. That one's going to be a winner. Same thing here on this buy signal. That one's going to be a loser. Now if we continue to scroll back, we get our next buy alert right here. And that one is going to be a winner as the price does go ahead and shoot up for us. If we draw in our take profit, probably down here around the bottom of these bars, call it 0.25, maybe 0.3. So we do end up getting that profit pretty much at the top of the move. So there's another winner. And so we'll take a look at maybe one more, and that will give us a sample of 10 quick trades. And we'll scroll back here. Again, during this chop, I'm not getting chopped up. I'm not getting a lot of false alerts to get in. But you can see down here, after we get a nice dump, we'd get our counter attack on this trade here. And it's obviously going to be a winner because it runs up. In this case, I'd probably go for a stop loss down here around probably 0.3. And you can see it doesn't take long to get our profit at around this bar here. And again, with 10x leverage, that'd be a 3% win. So that's a total of 10 trades. And we had, I believe it's going to be 7 winners. There's 2 winners, a loser, a winner. So we're 3-1, 3-2, 4-2, 5-2. 5-3, 6 and 3 on this one here, and 7 and 3 with this here. So 70% win rate. And in reality, this indicator is pretty much still under development. I'm still tweaking on it, but right now a 70% win rate is definitely going to be a winning strategy. If I'm sticking to a 1-to-1 risk versus reward ratio, it would definitely be a winning strategy at that 70% win rate. Now, if you're interested in adding this indicator to your charts, you're not going to be able to find it over here in the indicators because it's a private indicator. I've made it private, only available to my YouTube channel members. So you would need to jump over to the Recon Trader YouTube channel, click on the join button, and then join as a channel member. Once you're a channel member, you will have access to videos that are only available to my channel members, and in those videos are links to my private indicators that are available over here on my TradingView page, and you can only access them through a link. As you can see, they are private, so a link is required to add this indicator to your chart, and then once you add it to your chart as a favorite, then you would be able to go to your favorites and add this indicator to your charts. So I think that's enough jaw-jacking for this video. I thought I'd share this new indicator that I've been working on to help me identify counterattack opportunities when I'm day trading. And eventually I hope to automate this strategy, so that will be a new video in the future. So you might want to shoot that subscribe button so you don't miss that future video. If you like this video, do me a favor, spike a like. If you have questions, comments, drop them in the comment section down below. And until next time, remember, never send your money into battle without first doing your recon. See you in the next video.